Hey YouTube, this is Josh with Josh Wright Piano TV. Tonight I'm actually playing my final doctoral recital, so it's just like me to make a video on the day I'm doing a recital, but I did want to share a quick little tip with you that I was thinking about as I was preparing for this. So I'm playing the 4 Chopin ballades tonight, and there was something I was teaching in a lesson yesterday, and it applies to this coda. So okay, and I remember when I was first learning this, it was real tough because I couldn't figure out, like my hand would tighten up as I was, and then I would screw up the fingering, same thing, my hand would fall apart. I want to go over today when you have how to overcome tension by organizing things differently in your mind, okay, and how to overcome difficult passages. Almost every problem that I notice is caused from tension. Sometimes you have passages that are caused, problems in passages caused by wrong fingering or some awkward thing that you're doing that you just need your teacher to point out. But most of the time, even after your teacher's helped you find a good fingering or you figured it out on your own, tension can set in and cause certain issues. So, for instance, I kept screwing this up when I would switch direction like that. Right there. So, what I like to tell students, and this is what I do in my own practice, is I go to the spot that I'm screwing up. So I would always screw up right there. So this is how the passage goes slowly. Okay? Now, I would always screw up right after this high note, and then when my hand would tense up and it coming down. And look how I'm tensing my hand like that. That's much better. So what I would do is I go to the spot, let's see, and then I lift off and put a big gap in there, and then put a big gap. Okay, so what you're doing is you're organizing it to, you stop right at the problem. Okay, let's try it again. Release all tension. Whoops. Release. Okay, then what I like to do is I like to add one note beyond that. Okay, and what I'm doing in my mind is I'm still keeping that little bit of relaxation there, but I'm adding one note after. Then I'll do 2 notes after. Okay, 3 notes. Whoops. Gotta go to the F natural. By the way, this is ballade number 2, bar 177 and 178. It's the coda. Okay, 4 notes. Okay, 5 notes. And by that point, I'm getting it. I want to show another example. Sometimes on the first ballade, I'll screw this up. I'll do something like that. I'll tense up. So what I can do, in order to do that, I can do the opposite type. I can do add-on from the end. And I've talked about this in my add-on video, but I want to divide it. I want to present this kind of different concept that I haven't presented in a video before of dividing at a certain point. So if I notice myself always screwing up, this is bar 119 of ballade number 1. Right around that C sharp, I will divide that in my mind. Practice that, and then divide, and then divide. Each time I divide, I lift my hand and I lift all that tension out, okay? Because what's happening is you're tensing up into that area because you're anticipating it. Okay, now smooth. Okay, so whatever your passage is, whether it's a scalar passage and you keep tripping over a certain part, go to the mistake, lift your hand, then keep going. And then once that feels really good with that gap, just go 1 note past the mistake, and then 2 notes past it, and 3 notes, and you got to check to make sure it's perfect each time. But that little process right there will help you smooth over any mistakes you have. It's like if you had a really rough part if you were laying stone. My dad's a stonemason, and you had a big joint that you needed to fill in. You can't, with wet mud, a lot of times you can't fill a really thick joint with wet mud. You have to fill a little bit at a time, and then you build on top of that until the layers smooth out over it. So if you have a joint that's that big, the cement's probably not going to hold unless it's really thick. So you just start with a little bit at a time and just get that cake done, and then that, and then in the middle, and then you smooth over everything. It's the same way with fixing this passage work, whatever your mistakes might be, wherever the tension's setting in. Go to that point, stop, go past it, and then add on little by little after it. I hope this has been helpful. If any of you have any questions, my email is josh@joshwrightpiano.com. Also, if you could like or share this video with other pianists, musicians, whoever it might be, to help me get the word out about these videos, I would truly appreciate it. Thank you for your support of Josh Wright Piano TV. Have a great week.